So the first trailer for Lanterns dropped today, and I gotta be honest, I'm feeling very worried about this. Because when you think about lanterns, right, you think about the Green Lantern Corps, you think about cosmic threats, giant alien bad guys, awesome things, you know, stuff that is associated with Green Lantern. But then when you watch this trailer, it just looks like two guys in the South solving crimes together. And at least to me, this is a massive issue. Now for the disclaimer, I know that this has been James Gunn's plan and idea for this Lantern show for the longest time. I knew what to expect going into it. I assumed that they were going to really get into like the True Detective type stuff like he said he was going to. But that doesn't mean it's a good idea. And yes, we have to understand that I have not seen this show and I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt until we see it. But I think we have the right to ask, was this the right direction to go with a Green Lantern show? Maybe some other people won't understand it, but Green Lantern fans, okay, let's talk about this for a second. Why do we love Green Lantern? Maybe it is because of the Ryan Reynolds movie, but most likely you probably watched it in Justice League, the animated series. Maybe you were from the comics, where I'm from. Maybe he was in a video game that you liked, and then you decided, I'm gonna learn more about him. There's a reason that you love Green Lantern, and I almost promise you, the reason you love Green Lantern is not because they were in like a True Detective type show. And as we are with all things, if you love something, you want other people to understand why you love it and you want to help them get into it. That's just the natural way things go. So imagine being a new fan of the DCU, because I think Superman was awesome. I bet Supergirl's gonna be great. Imagine being a new fan, not understanding who the Green Lantern Corps is, and this is your introduction. Now, that's not to say that the show's gonna be bad. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of good things in here. The point is, though, this is like the opposite of what I praise Superman for. You can walk into Superman 2025 and not understand a thing about Superman going into that film, and then coming out of it, you know who Superman is, you know what he's about, you know that character. Obviously not as in-depth as a lot of us fans who have read comics and watched animated shows and all that stuff, but a person that doesn't understand Superman can go into that movie and come out having at least a basic understanding of why we love this character. Can you honestly say that you expect that from this? Now, I understand that sometimes things are just made for fans, for pre-existing fans, and I respect that with all of my heart. And I think swinging for the fences here is a good idea, but this doesn't worry you at all, that the teaser seemed to be like building up to showing you how the lanterns work, how they look, you know, how they're gonna tie in these two different worlds of a True Detective like crime show and Green Lanterns. I mean, the trailer starts off with the guy going off of the cliff, and then it cuts away and doesn't show you how he gets out. So the trailer felt like it was building to something, and then the payoff never came. Yes, I understand that's first world problems, right? But it is something to think about, the fact that this is a teaser. Teasers are the things that are supposed to show you what's awesome, why you should care about this thing, while also not giving away too much of the plot. And to me, it seemed like they didn't give up much of the plot very much. They didn't really show a bunch of stuff, but by extension, they didn't show any of the cool stuff. The only flash of Green Lantern stuff we get literally looks like somebody just shone a flashlight on his hand. It just makes me worried a little bit that if this is the teaser that you are trying to sell me, that I should be excited for your product, and the one thing that you know we want to see, which is Green Lantern stuff, that's the one thing you're teasing, like, dangling the freaking hot dog in front of my face, being like, come catch this, glizzy. I'm sorry I said that, but it just feels like you teasing me, and then you never give me any sort of resolution there. So this Lantern show just has a massive problem in that it doesn't look like Green Lantern. Now, I know I'm going to hear the argument because I just posted a video a couple days ago about how excited I am for Spider Noir. I'm going to hear somebody in the comments talk about how this is hypocritical, that I'm excited for that unorthodox thing and not this unorthodox thing. The difference is we have so much Spider-Man content. If anything, if we got another Spider-Man show, I would be very upset if they didn't have some sort of gimmick or unique twist to it. Whereas Green Lantern, we have one movie where a lot of people don't even like it, myself included. I barely can get through it. Don't even get me started on the extended edition. And so people like my dad, the general audience, the only thing they know about Green Lantern is that Ryan Reynolds movie where they're like, oh, that wasn't too good. Oh, look, there's a new Green Lantern thing. Oh, this looks like it has nothing to do with Green Lantern. And so the general audiences, like my dad, watch the show and they still are not any closer to understanding why we love Green Lantern. And there's an easy way to fix this, and they did it perfectly with Superman. That's to make a good Green Lantern movie. Why are we throwing this stuff right onto streaming? And also, why in the world are we talking about Green Lanterns? The Green Lantern Corps, the people that protect the entire cosmos. Why are they the ones that are solving small town murders? Right? I don't know. And I'm sure that's going to make sense in the show. But the point being, this is not going to make my dad understand why I'm a massive Green Lantern fan. And I suppose that maybe is not the biggest deal to you, but it does matter to people who care about this franchise. And if they would have just stuck with what they did in Superman and introducing these characters again in a new, fresh way, like they look like they're about to do in Supergirl, in movie form, I think that this would be a slam dunk for them. And by the way, it's super simple to make a fresh Green Lantern movie because all you have to do is not make one that sucks farts through a sippable. I don't know. The acting looks great. The cinematography looks wonderful. I think it's going to be a compelling story, but it just feels like those random little offshoot comic runs that you would get in like the early 2000s because these characters were so well established. In reality check, Green Lanterns are not that established, not in the mainstream. Let me know what you think about this down below in the comment section. I cannot believe I'm creeping up on 200 subscribers, so if you want to help me get there, thank you so much. Just spank that subscribe button right on the tush. I'll see you probably sometime this week because a bunch of news keeps coming out. I love you. Goodbye.